and welcome to the Six Number Shake. I'm your host and creator. Shake the numbers. Vicky is my name. What you're listening to is a chess song sung by Alexandra Rhoda and me, Vicky Mayfield Camacho. The video that you're listening to is part of a video on Neighbors Chess Song TV on YouTube, and that's edited by Matthew Gillespie and moi. And Numbers is doing strategy. Yes, yes. Thanks for coming through. Oh, I hope those numbers worked for y'all last week. I had a real good week. Yes. Oh, I had to put the fan on. So this is supposed to be going in the basement. Will y'all see my nails are gone? All right. Oh, thank you, new subscribers. Thank you, old subscribers. Thank you, replay crew, window watchers. In an L shape. Baby, you got it. Crosses two squares in straight line, and then one square either left or right. Boy, did I agonize over that song. Oh, hi, Jessica. Hi. Thanks for coming to the Denmark VC6 number shape. We just got started, and where we go next after the music, we go to our community or posts. And we said, oh, I'm very well, Jessica. How are you? And we start with what the numbers was for last week, what Tamika's interpretation, if she has some. Sometimes she doesn't have any. Oh, good to hear you doing fine, Jessica. I'm doing very well myself. And so let's start with the numbers, because I had kind of like two. Hey, BE Eco, what's up, Mom? I'm up. These numbers is up. The last week numbers was 16, 14, 15, 42, 12, and 10. Okay, that was last week's. So now what we did was I had two posts. What's up, Grandma? Numbers is up. So here's what I put here. If you guys go to the community board, here's last Sunday night's Denmark VC6 number shake numbers, and what scientist and numerologist Tamika Anthony's interpretation of the numbers and why they affect me during the shake. Thanks for the love. Oh, hi. You're so smart. Oh, thank you, Ringo, Fento. Sorry. Thanks for coming through. Hello, JK. Thanks for the love. Okay. Because remember, if you were here last week, there was a part where I came to the numbers. I don't know what numbers you're talking about. You look like one fine lady. Thank you. And Jessica said, I love you. Thank you. Love you too, Jessica. The numbers is what we're here about. This is every Sunday we shake and pull 6 numbers. So please support Tamika Anthony's products. And if you go to the community board for me, you'll see it. So this is what I said to Tamika. I said to her, oh, thank you, Rango Frank D. Fellow. Please forgive me. Can I just call you by your numbers? 8805. Thanks for coming here and thanks for commenting. Okay, here we go. I sent this to Kamika in a text. When I was pulling the numbers, there's a point where I got so hot I have to look at the video to see what numbers it was. And then Tamika says, "Hey, Queen." And I said, "Hey." She said, "May have been 42 or the 12. The numbers I just read, the 42 and 12 was together." She said, um, and she said, "Today is 2463. And 5 usually will give that kind of energy." You look like a gamer grandma. No, no. Can I give you some advice? JK, 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 does you want to give me some advice? Okay, oh, listen. Advice away. Here we go. Um, and then, and here she goes. And she says, 5 gives off that, usually gives off that kind of energy. And she puts 42 equals 6, and 12 and 13 is 3. So that was Tamika's thing. And of course, Tamika's products. Um, Somebody said, "Can you just call me Frank?" Yes, Frank, I can call you just Frank. Jessica said, "Hi." You said hi again, Jessica. Hi. Uh, okay. No, I'm not a gamer. My daughter did give me this extra phone so I could put some games on it. But I'm not gaming like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Ooh, no. I hear now in those AI places, they'll make all these characters and then they get together and beat up the characters and all kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, I gotta go back to um where I was. Yeah, I ain't doing none of that. Okay, so then I didn't have interpretation. This is in the room. My interpretation came through 3 days after picking numbers, and I wrote. I did get a reading from the demo VC6 number shake. Since Monday, I've been posting about the history of Megas and other Europeans on Facebook like this. Okay. Um, JK, I said you can give me advice. Advice away. Frank is my real name. Okay, Frank. Vicky's my real name. Um, During the medieval feudal times, the rich people called poor people peasants. Century later in America, where the poor European peasants' ancestors said they came for a better life, the rich folks called them white folks, better than blacks. And the peasants went back to being the rich folks' servants like their European ancestors were. Now, all these years later, decades and centuries later, the European peasants are now white Americans hating on black and brown people. Okay, I know I could empty the room. I'm down to 6. Black and brown Americans and destroying America to make the rich richer, like back in Europe. These white American ancestors came to America sickly, poor, and out of hope. They didn't have clean water or sanitation back in Europe, so they came to America, got liberties, freedom, land, and rights, and now finally in 2026, the once peasants turned white folks, their descendants, voted for poverty, brown water, air pollution, and filth, like the days of their poor European ancestors in Europe. This is the divide of black and white America. The poor white European Americans want servitude, dirty water, air, and war to make the rich folks richer. Black folks want freedom, liberty, land, and choices to grow and build. So African Americans keep separating our mind and energies from these generational European peasants called white, and our bodies will follow. Yes, that was what I got from the numbers last week. So, a lot of power going on, a lot of energy. This is the last day to play the numbers. Okay? So I just emptied my room. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. Let me stop for YouTube say that I copyrighted some songs. The only songs I've noticed now that just not so easily challenged. Oh, Frank, Thank you, Frank. Um, is AI. AI. AI music come out, not a problem. But when you make songs up, then you really okay. YouTube wants me to ask about a song that makes me want to dance. I have too many. I was in my 20s during the disco era, so so many songs. Okay, hold on. Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. Mm. Look what I got here. So that was the number. Oh yeah, Tamika said this is the last day because it's the 31st. She said playing numbers all this month is good luck. So if y'all follow Denmark Vesey advice and the Denmark Vesey's number and Tamika Anthony's advice, y'all should have had a good month as well. I'm trying to give it a good shape. So repeat don't come back. So we'll see what we got. Alright. First number up is big, so we've had it before. 31, which is 4. I don't know, I feel a great relief when I pull this number out. 31. I wonder what that is. We'll find out from Tamika. Or from me. See, Tamika knows faster than me. That's why I went to Tamika. When I first started doing these shape numbers, it was after every African American holiday that I poured the libations and stuff. Then I would say, okay, what's the word? And then it would take me like 3, 4 days, 5 days to get it. Look what came back. That's what made me slow down. This was just here. It was just here. Literally just here. Hold on. It was literally just here. It was literally just here. I'm going back and seeing the 12. I gotta see the numbers. Because I just pulled that last week. Yep. Look. The 12. Can y'all see it? The 12. Right there. So it came back. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure. I mean, listen, I can't block the message, but I just want to make sure they're well shook. $21, 12, 21. Reverse numbers. Which is 3 and 3. You know, Tamika tells us how to add the numbers together. 4, 3, 3. Okay. Wow. I'm giving them a good shake. So kind of like technically, these are June numbers pulled on the 31st of May. $41, Tamika was just talking about that 5 energy. $435. Whoa. Hey y'all. 31, 12, 21, 41. Got 2 more numbers to go. I want the message, but if the message is repeated numbers, then that's just what it is. This is a tight ball. Okay. Oh, shoot. Is this 69 thing? We've had this before, and Tamika said there was a song by somebody called Scary Somebody, Scarilla or something, and it had to do with 69. I wonder if she'll remember when she sees it. That's the last time I think we pulled up a 69. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, window lookers. Last number. Yeah, it was that what was his name? Scarilla? Oh, thanks for the love. Scarilla, I think was the name. And his thing was 69. But looky here now. 68. Wow. Let's see. Wow. Right? Hey, y'all. You just dropped in to get the numbers? Good. They're going to help you out during the week. Now, I'm looking for the message. Because last week's message was powerful. It took me right back to European history. It said, put on the brakes, honey. Put on the brakes. Ha ha! You gotta know history. When you forget your history, you do it again. Or you allow it to be done to you again. That's why these different groups, they say, oh, this was done to me, this by this group, or this was done to me, but I say specifically the rich. But then, when they get a chance, or they come in proximity of the rich, they bow like servants. And we just ain't doing that. How we wound up in slavery, ooh. That was the years of unknowing. We know now. We know. And we know energy. And we know a lot of stuff. So, like numbers. 3112. My girl from Maryland, she would say, that's a lot of ones. 3112. 21. 41. 69. 68. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you how Denmark Vesey. You always see, if you go to the community board, I put in a copy of the ticket that Denmark Vesey won and bought his freedom with, and used his money to start the first revolt against enslavement. So, we weren't like Europeans. We weren't bow down servants. They had to we were always fighting. Anyway, so Denmark Vesey would say, and Denmark Vesey, he won this in 1799. And his big thing he vibes all the time is play the state lottery, because your garbage still got to be picked up. And especially at this time where, you know, we got to do it as a state. The umbrella over us is broken. So it has to be individual states. So, Demo Fisher would say, play 3-1-1-2. Or, if you could play 1-1-3-2, see what I'm saying, a combination. Then he would say, because the next number is 21-41. Again, double ones. You could play 1-1-2-4, 4-2-1-1. So many combinations which are good. Then there's no, oh yeah, you got the double sixes. So you got 69-68. So you can play 6-6-9-8, 9-8-6-6, a combination or any way you do it. That's democracy. For me, the way I'm looking at these in this one, I can't wait to send these off to Tamika to see what she thinks of it. And I'll find out sometime during the week. But the numbers got a look to them. You know what I mean? They have a look. You know? I think we're going to have a great June. Or June is starting off great. One or the other. Yes, look. 31-12. 21-41. 69-68. Wow. I hope these numbers work for you. You can play all 6 of the numbers again in the state lottery. Y'all can go ahead and try the other big ones, but when I was doing it, I haven't looked at them in a while, so I'm going by it. When I was looking at them, all the red states won. And it's not like they used it for any good. They use it for gerrymandering and redistricting and stuff like that. So I ain't putting no money to that. I ain't gonna pay to have my butt kicked. You have to spend your own money for that. All right, 31-12, 21-41, 69-68. Those are the 6-number Denmark Vesey shape numbers. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, new subscribers. Thank you, old subscribers. Thank you, window watchers. Thank you, replay crew. I hope these numbers work for you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks for coming to the Denmark Vesey 6-number shade. See you next weekend.